The story of a Chicago man who turned his life around after landing in prison for nearly a decade.
Aaron Smith says while behind bars, he switched his mindset and now wants to help others do the same. And he joins us live. Thank you for being with us tonight, Aaron. How are you? Oh, hey, Aaron, we're just tweaking your audio. Can you hear me now?
Yep, definitely can.
Oh, great. Thank you. Really appreciate you being with us tonight. Let's start at the beginning of your story. Tell us about about you growing up here in Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up, thankfully, on two sides of the city, South Shore area, but also in the Dearborn Homes housing project. So growing up in Chicago, mid-'90s, early 2000s, gang and drug culture really just permeated my environment. However, within my household, education was really valued. And so I knew that I'd go to college, but also outside of my doorsteps, I had violence, drugs, and just the whole gang culture. And so I got caught up in that, started selling drugs at an early age. And from there, landed myself in incarceration on a federal drug conspiracy charge. And I spent almost a decade there.
You talked about, Aaron, your daughter being born while you were in prison. What was that like for you?
Well, it's definitely hard. It was my first daughter, first child, and definitely was something that I had to wrap my mind and wrap my emotions around, not being there as a father. And even till this day, just continue to repair and rebuild that relationship is very important. So definitely something that I had to endure, but overcoming it.
What do you think it was, Aaron, for you? Was it spending time locked up, or what started you toward this path of, like it says behind you, escaping the odds and now being an example for so many that that's possible?
Yeah, it was pretty much, I knew that I came from a household that valued, being a law-abiding citizen. I just got lost in the way, so to speak. And so I knew I had to get back to the essence of who I was. And that's what I did while I was away. And that's what pretty encouraged me to start the Escaping the Odds podcast, because I wanted to make sure that I changed society's viewpoint of what people thought of someone who was formerly incarcerated, and that we can be business leaders and become productive members of society.
And during your podcast, you talk a lot, Aaron, about escaping the odds and touching the next generation so they won't end up in prison like you did. I thought something powerful that you said. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. Talk about that and expound upon that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a strong believer that your network is your net worth. Even while I was away incarcerated, I made sure that I spent my time around people that were going to promote and be conducive to a positive outcome what I was trying to attain once I was released. So anything that reminded myself of where I came from, meaning that negative mindset, that negative hustler mindset, had to make sure that I didn't spend time around those people, places, and things. So I had to change all that and switch that so I can't switch hustles. And so that's what I'm doing now.
Aaron, so many young men like you growing up in the city and find success, and then they go the other way and they have trouble finding success. And this is a broad question. I don't know that you can answer it here as we're streaming live, but what advice would you have for those young men that you've experienced? And I'm sure you have a lot of things, but could you try and summarize that, what advice you would give to these young men?
Yeah, I would say just to make sure that you're very conscious and cognizant of the men and women that you have in your life. You know, some people are there to bring you up, and some people are there to destroy you. And they may not even know that that's what they're doing. But to be conscious of that is very important, because I got swayed just because of the environment I was around, even though innately I was a good person. So bad company corrupts good character, definitely.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
That's a good
there
one, too.
Because, of course, he always talks about integrity and being authentic. And he also shared that faith got him through. So I know that's going to take you to the next projects you're working on, Escaping the Odds. You know, a wonderful program for people to be inspired by and change lives.
Yeah, real quick. So it's a podcast that you have available on where podcasts are found. Tell us real quick about that.
Yeah, absolutely. EscapingTheOdds.com, where I interview the formerly incarcerated who are now successful entrepreneurs. This is the 3rd season. I'm doing something differently this season, February 8th when it drops. I'll be telling my story as the episode #1, so the audience will get the idea a little bit more into my life, what encouraged me to start Escaping the Odds and my whole background as a whole. But it's 12 great, dope stories, inspirational, educational, and definitely worth a listen.
Yeah,
Nice,
powerful testimonies can always inspire and motivate and change lives. Thanks so much for joining us, Aaron, on this Thursday evening. What a great life story, and thanks for sharing your journey with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me.
Yeah.
Hope you can come back and we can check in and see how the podcast is doing.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.